Hello, my name is Siobhan Bailey. I am the team lead of the group. Along, I have Ashley Barnes, who designed the layout, Penny Barnes, who is over the references, and Kayla Bellamy, who is over the article selection. Together, we work together on the slides, editing, and coming up with the information. Today, on September the 12th, we will be talking about integrating educational technology into the curriculum. In simple terms, a copyright is a lawful agreement protecting one from claiming the work of someone else's. Fair use is a copyright rule basically allowing the public to use others' work without the permission of the author. Fair use plays an important role in education. Educational purposes is actually how fair use came along in 1976.
So, computer technology and mobile devices play an essential role in individuals' everyday lives. These technologies are used in many ways to make life easier and better. Today, teachers in K through 12 schools are educating students who will spend all of their adult lives in technology-rich society. To aid in this, the federal, state, and school districts have launched massive funding efforts to bring computer technology along with internet access to classrooms. Traditional educational practices no longer provide students with skills needed to become productive citizens in today's high tech world and workplace. Computer, information, and integration literacy. It's hard to imagine life before computer technology. Computers are used every day from the electronic devices used in homes, such as wireless TVs, mobile devices, computers, to outside the home, such as ATM machines and cash registers used to buy groceries. Since computers are a major part in every day, computer and information literacy is important. Computer literacy is having knowledge and understanding of computers and their use. Information literacy is knowing how to find, analyze, use, and communicate information. This is important in today's society for students. If a student needs information for a project, they could use the internet to search for and communicate this in their project. The internet is a global network that contains information on many subjects. Computer and information literacy are also important for educators because they now use computers to facilitate learning. They access technology resources and plan classroom activities using technologies, which is part of integration literacy. Integration literacy is the ability to use computers, mobile devices, and other technology to enhance student learning. Integration literacy means teachers can understand how to match technology to learning goals, objectives, and outcomes. This is why a solid foundation of computer and information literacy is essential to understanding how to integrate technology into the classroom curriculum successfully. What is a computer or computational device? A computer is an electronic device that operates under control or instructions stored in its memory, accepts data, processes the data according to specified rules, produces results, and stores the results for future use. Data is the collection of organized facts. Information is data that is organized, has meaning, and is useful. When data is entered into a computer, this is called input. The processed results are called output. The holding of data for future use is called storage. All these terms, inputting, process, output, and storage, make up the information processing cycle. The mechanical equipment that make up a computer is hardware. Software is the series of instructions that tell the hardware how to perform tasks. Without software, hardware is useless. The evolution of computers. The evolution of modern technology started over 100 years ago with the telegraph, then the telephone, radio, television, early computers, then finally the PC. The computer has morphed into a device used for communication, media creation, learning, and so on. The first decade of the 21st century was known as the Age of Convergence, which will continue to evolve in the second decade, the second part of the decade of this century. Multimedia technology systems are more powerful and better able to handle information-rich and visual and hearing content. Multimedia computing's goal is to assist individuals in organizing large amounts of information in various types of media. Digital media is those technologies that allow users to create new forms of interaction, expression, communication, and entertainment in a digital format. The goal Computers can be organized into categories. which are personal computers, and mobile devices, game consoles, servers, subcomputers, and embedded computers. Each category will be discussed in detail in the coming slides. Personal computers, or PCs, are computers capable of performing input, output, and storage. Personal computers contain a processor, memory, input and output, storage devices. The first Apple computer for personal use was built in 1976. In 1981, IBM released its first PC. IBM then allowed other companies to copy its design, which consisted of the same or similar IBM PC software. 3 years after IBM introduced its PC, Apple introduced Macintosh computers, or Macs. They also introduced the mouse, which is a pointing device. Macs can accomplish similar tasks as the PC, but have a different operating software. This is where the distinction between PC and Mac was generated. Both are still PCs. Mobile computers and mobile devices. Both mobile computers and mobile devices are portable PCs, which are PCs that can be taken from place to place. Mobile computers are lightweight, thin, and can sit in your lap, also known as laptops. Mobile devices are computing devices that are small enough to be held in your hands. Examples of mobile computers and mobile devices are laptops, iPads, netbooks, and smartphones. Game consoles. Game consoles are a computing device for single or multiplayer video games. Like PCs, standard game consoles use input, output, and memory cards for storage. Models of game consoles include the Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. Today, the more advanced game consoles allow for music, movies, and internet capability. Servers, supercomputers, and embedded computers. A server manages the resources on a network and provides a storage area for programs and data. Supercomputers are the fastest, most powerful, most expensive computer, and these computers can process trillions of instructions in a single second. These computers are used to analyze weather patterns, track hurricanes, and safety issues regarding space travel. Embedded computers are a special purpose computer that functions as one component in a larger product. These computers are everywhere in our home, cars, at work. They have various functions depending on the product which they reside.
The Flat Classroom Project was introduced to teachers from around the world as they teach their students real world skills so they will be able to work effectively in the global economy. As students learn these skills, they will strive to be lifelong learners through the Flat Classroom Project. Many states, federal governments, and organizations are trying to help schools and institutions of higher education learn how to provide students with new and emerging skills. Skills for the emerging flat world of the 21st century. The Partnership for the 21st Century Skills is a national organization that focuses on infusing 21st century skills into education, both K through 12 and higher education. The P21 framework details a vision that can be used as a basic framework to improve our education system and prepare students for their future. This framework provides information on both student outcomes and necessary support systems. The partnership also identifies a number of skills as necessary for students to be able to succeed in the work environment of the increasingly flat world of the 21st century. These skills include creativity and innovation, critical thinking and problem solving, communications, and collaborations. Computing in the digital age allows great participation in the creative process, turning viewers into creative producers. Technology, if integrated effectively, holds the promise of helping teachers prepare their students with necessary skills for employment in our changing world. Apple Computer defines digital students or digital kids as kids who are hypercommunicators, who use multiple tools to communicate, multitaskers, who do several things at once with ease, and goal oriented as they pursue multiple goals at the same time. These students are of the digital age. The ISTE standards are specific standards that focus on technology skills that complement the key elements for the 21st century learning. The ARCS motivational model is a model that is designed to motivate students in learning, to help build skills through the desire of learning. The professional teaching portfolio is a collection of evidence to document your development and growth in your teaching profession. This collection includes materials and artifacts to document or provide evidence of your education, background, philosophy, teaching strategies, experience in teaching, lesson plans, and your personal achievements. Due to the increases in technology tools and digital media resources, teachers in many districts and institutions are interested in seeing not only paper documents, but also digital products, multimedia projects, and other types of items in applicants' portfolios that reflect the International Society for Technology in Education standards for teachers, also known as ISTE standards, and other curriculum specific standards.
Your ePro your ePortfolio opens your philosophy of education and is followed by your resume. Your ePortfolio should include things like images, multimedia projects, blogs, wikis, and lesson plans you've developed. Reflective essays, presentations, research papers, letters, and feedback from others are all great assets. Anything that you feel like is relevant to your background story is allowed to be included into your ePortfolio. When creating your ePortfolio, make sure you remember you are expressing your personal development over time. Your ePortfolio should always say how your technology skills meet the ISTE standards. You also should know what the IST standards are. Make sure you're documenting that. The IST standards mean International Society for Technology and Educational Standards. E-portfolios are usually stored in a university's VLE. A VLE stands for a virtual learning environment. People who are affiliated with the university do not have access to these online files. Once a student graduates, they usually use access as well.
but in some cases, the university allows these files to be archived and a fee is usually associated. Third parties won't be, such as employees, won't be able to have access to these files. This is why it is imperative that you create at least two backups of your ePortfolio. Consider one being on a flash drive or a hard drive. Keep in mind that you should keep your backups updated at all times. LiveText is an example of a widely used platform used in a lot of universities. It gives access to advanced web-based tools for developing and measuring student learning. Teachers and professors take a large role in helping students prepare for the future and rapid technology advancement. At the rate that students have mobile devices, technology and education is essential. Tablets Tablets will be useful in technology because they will be loaded with digital textbooks, interactive apps, social media apps, and games in order to help students learn in the curriculum. Students also have the advantage of taking hybrid classes. This includes face-to-face or the option of online classes to make classes easier accessible.